Oh my God.
LC's, it's finally Sunday morning. Tell me which game that I should watch. Please, please, please don't dare hold back. I need to know which game's a train wreck. Oh, LC's, please don't make me watch the Jaguars. Tell me, because I need to know some of your wise words. Let us know which of these games we're spending our time on. OLCs.
God damn it. This is
That
incredible.
really, really out of tune trumpet is awesome.
You know, these just keep getting better and better.
OLCs.
Oh, 10 out of 10 yet again, Patrick.
Thanks, bud.
All right. Well, I'm not going to make you watch the Jaguars.
Thank you.
However,
I realized I was listening back through a bunch of those today, and I think I've talked crap on the Jaguars in like 3 out of the 6 that I've made.
No, at this point, the Jags are baked
well,
into it.
well, you know what? They are a Permascape team. Let's go ahead and slot them in there. Them and the Panthers. Y'all are banished to the Permascape.
Fair
But with
enough.
that said, let's talk about what you should watch. All right, gentlemen. I got 2 games
I
on the
know-
must-watch.
I know you said gentlemen, but that connection just made it sound like you just said, all right, jellyman.
it.
And I don't know
Jellyman.
why, but that's a term I want people to start using.
I mean, we can make it a thing.
He's
It's
the
a joke,
gentleman.
I guess. But yeah, let's talk about these 2 games. We got Ravens at Chargers and Cardinals at Seahawks. Now, I know that Cardinals-Seahawks game may not seem that interesting if you are a Kyler Murray hater or just a general doubter of Kyler Murray, but he's playing his best ball. And then you have the Seahawks, who just came off an exhilarating win. Geno Smith, I believe now, since he's taken over as a starter, has led the league in comeback wins or game-winning drives. So there is some excitement as well built into this game, but that you're already going to get naturally put into the Ravens-Chargers game because you have 2 young, talented, elite QB showdowns or whatever. You have Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, and it's the Harbaugh Bowl.
The hard balls.
The Harbaughs.
Who's got
Are
it
you
better
gonna-
than us? Well, I guess whoever wins.
Nobody.
No, not this time. Someone's going to have it better than somebody in this one.
Right? And the Ravens can't afford to lose this game. They can't take more AFC losses. It's not a team that I think should enter the playoffs outside of the 1 seed.
No, they need to grind.
Well, that's the problem. They've been grinding, and they keep failing.
No, you got to grind set doesn't stop. See.
Well, it's stopping them, at least when it comes to the playoffs.
Dang, this is a crazy week. We've got 6 teams on bye this week.
Yeah, it was rough pickings. And aside from that, you have a lot of teams with winning records going up against losing records. At least that's how it felt like when I was picking these games out.
Yeah,
So it's a wash of a
No.
weekend.
Oh yeah, for
But I
sure.
mean,
this
hey,
is
the
one of
Harbaugh Bowl is a
least
good
exciting
headliner.
on paper.
This
Yeah,
is a
there's
good
a couple-
headliner, though.
There's a couple of good matchups if you're really into football. you can
And someone
probably-
does need to take
a casual
advantage or
fan,
take.
That's rough.
Someone does need to take charge of the NFC West. So I respect that game.
Yeah,
being-
San Francisco Green Bay does have a lot of implications.
The implication.
Yeah. Now, I hope the implication is that the 49ers get stomped out and we don't have to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to pick between hate picks here, and I think I know which one I have to pick. Who the hate is less hateful for.
I'm interested to see that. Patrick, are the games up for us to pick?
I always plug them in when we do this segment so I can review what's coming up this week.
Plug
Fair
it
enough.
in,
So
plug it in.
I just finished plugging them in, although I'm about to do the highlight the odds favorites, which I haven't done yet.
Sounds good. Well, while you're doing that, time for me to talk about the 2 must skips. If these games come on your TV,
Gross.
then people at home, I advise you to break your TV and walk outside and enjoy the weather. Giants Bucks, because you're going to get Tommy Cutlets. And that Giants offense is already boring. Putting in a guy who should probably be in the UFL, getting some more NFL time. There's just nothing exciting about that. Just go ahead, save yourself the grief.
We get to
Let's
remember his agent.
also not sweep under the rug the fact that they most likely put the guy who's the second most talented on the bench, so they didn't have to pay him any incentives for performance based in case he was any good. Drew Lock looked pretty stunned and did not have much of an answer and was pretty open with the media when they asked him about why he's not the starting quarterback for this New York Giants.
Pretty clearly Tommy DeVito's agent's part of the mob, right?
There's a lot going on there.
big.
So I'm just going to let the Maras continue to be the Maras because I need teams to continue to be worse than the Joneses if we're going to continue to bring in and rehabilitate Washington. Yeah, we're going to need to continue to have shitty ownership. It's going to need that.
You're not wrong on that department. As long as the Giants continue to be bad, I'm all for it. Now, this next game, y'all, there might be some excitement, but it's still 2 teams with losing records going against. Oh my God, this echo's tripping me up.
Sorry.
All right, I know you're good. Pats at Dolphins. Like, the Pats have been playing a lot better under Drake May, but it's still a bad team. Dolphins, Tua's back. The offense kind of looks like it's working, but they're still not winning that many games. So save yourself the grief and skip these 2 teams, y'all. Now, with that said, does anybody have a game they would like to nominate for a must skip? That's not either the Jaguars or the Panthers.
I'm not watching Vikings Bears.
Let me see if you have this one listed somewhere. Yeah, Houston, Tennessee.
That could also be bad. But y'all are forgetting Will Levis plays for the Titans. And that man is must watch.
Permanent must watch /
Not for
train
good
wreck.
reasons. But speaking of train wreck, I had a hard time for this one.
Permanent train wreck.
So I picked the Lions and Colts. So kind of the reason behind that is you have 2 QBs who can sometimes have too much dip on their chip. And that leads to some hilariously bad plays. And that is my train wreck.
Watch it, 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 watch it. Skip it, 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 skip it. Train wreck, 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 wreck.